Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm wearing my princess dress because I never wear this dress. And I'm like, why do I never wear this dress? I paid a lot of money for it, and it's beautiful. And I'm just gonna start wearing it casually because sometimes you need to dress like a princess just because you have the ability to dress like a princess. So before I get started, I just wanted to give the positive message of like, that dress you have that you never have anywhere to wear, just wear it. I'm not going anywhere today other than for a walk around the park. But here I am, throwing my phone on the floor, wearing a princess dress, and I think you should all do that too. So I have been very, very busy this week. I did not have a day off for 2 weeks because I've been recording an EP, which I am so excited to put out for you later this year. So I tasked Kat with planning a video for me today, and what that means is that she assigned herself the task of living a nightmare and finding a bunch of TikToks to send me. And today, the TikToks she decided to send me were all horrible TikToks uploaded by married people and their horrible relationships. I have not watched these TikToks. I have no idea what they entail, but I am terrified to watch them. And so we are going to watch them together. But before we do, I wanted to take a moment to remind you, up until the end of June, you are able to purchase one of these cute little rainbow kiwi plushies from makeship.com. They will be gone forever after you reach the end of June. I think that they're perfect and I am so obsessed with them, and I hope that you are also obsessed with them. Please do go get one if you haven't already, as well as the t-shirt that I'm also selling there as well. As I said, right now I am busy making music, and that is incredibly time consuming, so I have less time to upload videos, and also it is an incredibly expensive thing. Making music costs a lot of money, so I really do appreciate the support. It really does help me out. Other ways you can help me out as well is that you can join my Patreon at patreon.com/savvycat. Presently, until the end of Pride Month, you can get 20% off your first month on any tier using the code PRIDE20. And if you are unable to do either of those things, I totally understand, but I would really appreciate if you could hit subscribe if you aren't already. Subscribing is the best way to help my channel, so I really do appreciate it. And if you are already subscribed, or if you aren't subscribed, I would love if you left a like, comment, all of that. I would really truly appreciate it. It really does help me out so much. I am so excited to do music and to share that with you. It's something I've not done for a really long time. It's been over 6 years since I released music, and I'm so excited to put more out for you. I've just finished recording my second song and I'm so obsessed with it, and I'm so excited to share that with you. If you want to hear a little snippet of that or see the process of me making music, you can find all of that over on Patreon. I am uploading stuff that I'm working on over there, so if you want a sneak peek before everyone else, that is available to you over there. Now that I've got all that good self-promo out of the way, these sleeves slip off my shoulders. So that is slightly annoying, but that's fine. Now that I've gotten that all out of the way and my procrastinating looking at these TikToks, let's take a deep breath and see what we're working with. How life has been since marriage. And it's a man sitting with a bib on and his wife feeding him and then pouring juice into his mouth, and he's like pointing at the food and she picks it up and feeds it to him and then wipes his mouth and then is giving him a shoulder massage. And oh my god, what the fuck? I just don't find it very funny. You know what I mean? Like the like haha lol my wife is my servant thing is just not very funny to me. Feed yourself, man. Feed yourself. Drink yourself. Like, the fact of being like, yes, I am a married man and it is great. I sit there and I don't even have to move because my wife puts food into my mouth and she dabs my face like I am a newborn baby. Bro, that is your wife. That is your partner, not your mother. And not only not your mother, but you aren't like 2 months old, right? Be an adult, yeah? I understand that sometimes people are unable to do these tasks, right? But this man is not. This is a fully, like, capable, able-bodied person who is able to do these tasks, but is, like, being like, no, why would I do that if I have someone who is supposed to be my equal, do it all for me. Die. Sorry. That might have been taking it too far. Husbands 15 minutes after their wife tells them they are not feeling well.
Hey, babe. I think I'm getting the same thing you have.
That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Is this a thing? Is this a thing? Here's the thing though, too, right? Is that, like, you know, if it's reversed, it wouldn't happen. Or even if it did, like, the care would go towards looking after the husband. Like, if they're both sick, the tasks fall back on her to do even while she's sick. Like, yeah, sometimes when someone gets sick, their partner does get sick. That obviously happens. But, oh my God, being like, oh, I'm getting sick too, as a way to get out of caring for your partner or, like, doing things around the house and, like, you know, making sure your partner is okay, is not okay. And you're a bad partner. And this is so frustrating. And I'm so sorry if this is something that you are going through as a person, because this must be infuriating. Like, infuriating. And the fact it said, husband is 15 minutes after the wife, like, this implies that it is a very normal thing that occurs a lot. And that is very upsetting. Life of a married couple after a baby. And this has 220,000 likes, by the way. So I'm terrified for this, because the still image, the way it starts, is that she is, like, bent over looking after her baby. And her husband is coming up behind her. So we're off to a terrible start before I even hit play. So it is him just trying to make a move constantly. I hate that. I hate everything about this. That made me icky. That was so gross. I hate everything about this. So she's bent over looking after the baby, but you're not meant to see that she's looking after the baby. So she's bent over and he comes up behind her with his hand, like, in his pants. When she stands up, he sees that the baby is there and he's like, oh, I'll walk away. And then after that, she's, like, in the fridge and he comes up behind her and, like, puts his arm around her and she turns around like, I have the baby, no touching. And then at the end, she's sitting on the floor tying up her hair and he comes up behind her with his hand literally in his pants, and then she turns and the baby is there, so he walks away. And I hate literally every single thing about this, because he knows the baby is there. Firstly, we, the audience, do not know that the baby is there. This man knows the baby is there. It is very obvious that the baby is there. So disgusting, go to jail. Even if, like, he didn't, there is just something so gross to me about, like, someone doing a completely innocent thing, like a woman doing a completely innocent thing, and their partner being like, oh, this is a sex thing. No, like, if you, like, seeing your wife tying up her hair and your thought is to come up behind her with your hand in your pants, like, going into doing that act. Like, that's so fucked up. You need to have a conversation about that first. The fact that seeing a woman tie her hair up automatically leads you to being like, oh, I'm obviously getting a blowjob. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. Especially when there's a newborn in the house. That could be anywhere. Like, you should know that if you aren't with the newborn, your wife probably is. And the fact that your thought goes to sex instead of anything else, this is horrifying. This makes me so mad, so upset. There's this art series I've been seeing on TikTok recently. This woman has been, like, painting innocent things women do that have been sexualized, and one of them is, like, tying up hair.
I used to wait until there were no men around to tie my hair up to avoid being sexualized. Not because I think that putting your hair up is sexual, but because I knew that some people saw it that way. I was a bartender at this bar in Stockholm, and I'd literally go into the kitchen every time I wanted to tie my hair up, because I felt like I was constantly being watched, and, like, all the older men in there were sexualizing my every move, which might sound over dramatic to some people because tying your hair up is such a normal thing to do. But I think that that's one of the sadder things that I've realized while making this series, because when people hear the word sexualization, they usually think about the moment it's happening. And what they don't think about is everything that happens afterwards, the way that it changes how you move through the world and how you start adjusting little things about yourself constantly without even realizing it. And while driving home from these shifts, I'd feel so angry and sad, and at a certain point I just felt numb from all the inappropriate comments that I'd get from these men. And this painting is just a girl tying her hair up in a bathroom, and at first glance it probably looks like one of the most innocent paintings in the series. But the reason I think that this is a good addition to the series is because of the fact that she's doing it in private, and to me that detail says a lot. The thing I'm exploring in this series is not only the sexualization itself, but it's also the awareness that comes after it, and the way that normal actions can start feeling different once you become conscious of how you're being perceived. And I think a lot of women do understand that feeling immediately. This is number 7 in the Dirty Minded series, which is a painting series about innocent things that women get sexualized for. If you want early access to the collection before the public release, you can join my email list, and subscribers will also get a discount.
And I think it's a really, really good series because it's kind of along this lines of like, yeah, there are so many things that we as women do have been told are sexual for our entire lives and have to think twice about how we're going to be perceived by men when we do this very normal acts. And that's obviously what this is showing. Like, she is here looking after a baby, doing just very normal, innocent things, and it's being like sexualized. And to a point where people, like, they find it funny. 200,000 people find it funny. When it's just really reinforcing this fact of, like, we can't do anything without being sexualized, right? Like, I'm sure there is so many examples that so many of you have experienced of this. There are so many things that you do that you think twice about because you are worried about how you're going to be perceived by men. Things like eating an ice block or ice lolly or popsicle or whatever you want to call it from wherever you're from, like things like that, or like eating a banana, putting on lip gloss, tying up your hair, bending down to pick something up or tie your shoelace. Like, there are so many things that happen that you have to, that you like question yourself, and you like almost sexualize yourself because you know that other people will sexualize yourself. So you change the way you're doing something because you're afraid of how you're being perceived. And that's so fucked up. And it starts so young too, like so young. Like when you are like pubescent, you start being aware of this because you are made to be aware of this. And it's fucked. And it's all a big joke. Nothing about this was funny. This made me really mad. I hated it. It made me uncomfortable and it made me angry. And it made me hate men a little bit more. I never think it's possible. And they always manage to achieve it. So, editing Kiwi here, interrupting because this has given me an idea and I need your help with it. I think that it is such an important topic to talk about, being sexualized while doing purely innocent things, and the way that so many of us change the way that we exist in public spaces and around men in order to not be perceived in a sexual way. And I would be really interested to hear your stories about that. So I have created a survey, which will be linked in the description, where you can go and answer some questions that I have about specific things that you have altered about yourself and specific things that make you aware of yourself and the fact that, you know, men might be looking at you and sexualizing you, etc. As well as at the end having a place for you to share any specific stories that you may have and experiences with that. And I would be really interested to hear your stories and see sort of what comes out of that, because I do think it needs to be talked about. So if you could participate in that, I would really appreciate that. And then, yeah, spread the word. If I acted like my husband for a day, I don't like it. We've done one thing and it was straight off the back of what I just talked about, where he was bent over picking something up and she came up behind him and grabbed his hips and like pretended to thrust a lot. And like, I understand that some people find this funny, and if you have consent to do that within your relationship, that's fine. Like, if this is a funny consensual thing that you do, like, you do you. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's like I said just a moment ago, it's like doing innocent things being overly sexualized, and I hate that just bending over is like a sexual thing. Obviously, if this is not like a thing that you have consented to and your husband is just coming up and doing that randomly without your consent, like, that's fucked up in itself. But I understand that there are some boundaries that are laid as like a general relationship thing, but doesn't mean I have to like it. They're watching TV and she just puts her hand on his chest and like caresses him, slapping and squeezing his ass while he's making coffee, coming up and squeezing his chest while she's working, chasing him up the stairs and squeezing his butt while he's running. And it's just really, I think that the thing about this that's so upsetting and frustrating is just like it shows that their entire relationship exists as like a sexual thing. It's a joke of like, lol, men don't care about anything but sex, but it's just sad. That's just sad. If I act like my husband for a day, all I do is constantly sexualize my wife. All he does is sexualize me all the time. All he wants all the time is sex. That's so sad. That makes me really sad. Your relationship should be so much more than that. Like, truly, sex should not be the priority of your relationship. That should not be the foundation of your, like, marriage. And it's really sad to me that in so many instances, it kind of is. Like, again, I understand that sometimes these things, like, they can be cute, flirty things that exist within your relationship. I get that. But the fact that it's, like, constant and that the only things talked about, like, there are no other jokes that you have, just that your husband is constantly sexualizing you, that makes me sad. Get married. So many doors will open for you. The door, it's the washing machine, the dishwasher, the microwave, the oven, the fridge. Because all wives are good for is doing tasks. That's all. There's no more future opportunities. Once you get married, you are closing the door to all future opportunities. The only doors you'll be opening forever are to cook and to clean. That's it. Those are the only doors you'll open for the rest of your life. All opportunities are over. It's just so upsetting when people like diminish relationships into gender roles and this, right? It's like, it's just so sad to me because relationships should be so much more than this. And it's really upsetting that like people talk about marriage like this two-dimensional thing. Like you get married and then everything ends and you are nothing but someone to be sexualized and to cook and clean and do tasks. Like that's so fucked and it makes me really sad. If you think that that's what your life is going to be, don't get married. Don't get married. It's not worth it. Like it's really sad that this is like a normal thing being like, yeah, this is just how marriage is. It shouldn't be though. That's your equal. You are partners. You should care about each other and celebrate each other and your relationship should revolve around your relationship, not about tasks and sex. I asked my husband to put leftovers away tonight and opening the fridge and there's a whole fucking, what is that, hot pot or whatever in the fridge. Like, not just like a pot from the stove with like a lid on it, which is already like, maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Like there are better ways to do it. Although like, you know, sometimes you don't have Tupperware or whatever, like maybe that is the best option. However, in this case, it's a whole like electric hot pot. Like it's got a plug. It's balanced on things on the top shelf and it's literally an electrical appliance with a plug. So I know damn well this is not what was meant. And it's also that thing of like she could have done that. Like it's quick and efficient, but you're putting an electrical appliance in the fucking fridge. Bro, it doesn't take that long to put something in a container and put it in the fridge. Like you can do that. I promise you can do that. It's weaponized incompetence makes me so mad. Like, you know full fucking well this isn't what she meant. The fact that it's balanced like that too, and it's like an electrical appliance that if it falls on the ground is probably going to be damaged and the food will go everywhere. Like, it's kind of being set up for that to happen too, which makes it a layer even worse. POV, my wife the second I get home from work.
Hi, honey. Here. You mind taking him? I have to go in the kitchen and can you actually just take him, please? I'm exhausted. Can you take him, please? So I can enjoy my 5 p.m. latte in peace. I've been exhausted all day and I've had a caffeine headache. So, honey, could you please grab me my water? I forgot it in the kitchen. I'm gonna go watch Dancing with the Stars in the bedroom. Could you just keep an eye on him in here, please? I haven't got any me time today. Come on, I need you to do this. You're switching with me. You just got home. I need a break. My back is killing me and my knees killing me. Come on, get in here and help me. Could you take him? I need to get my own body armor, please. You're gonna drink it anyways. Just take him so I seriously can't hold it. Take him. Take him.
I don't see anything wrong with any of this. Why are we complaining? Like, yes, you've been working all day, but she also has been working all day. So, and she probably started work earlier too. She was working the second she woke up and she's been working all day. You probably did not start working the second you woke up, and you've also had your commute time and everything. And I'm not saying that a work day is not a lot of work, but you are saying looking after a baby isn't a lot of work. And that's not okay. You are a parent. You are a father. I think that, you know, you should want to spend time with your kid, firstly. When you get home from work, you should want to say hi to your kid and spend time with your kid. And your wife does deserve a break from looking after the baby. That's completely valid. I think it is incredibly valid for this to occur. Especially if she is expected to, like, continue with tasks. Like, if she's expected to make dinner, obviously you have to take the baby anyway, because taking the baby into the kitchen to cook dinner feels like a really poor idea. I think that this is valid. I think that complaining about having to do the tasks of a father is not cute. I also don't know the situation. Like, I have to assume that this is a stay-home mom, obviously, but I also know that men like this make videos like this even when their wives work full-time. So
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you told my husband plans and you didn't tell me, we're not coming. Because although my husband is a yes man and he says yes to everything, he is not a calendar man and he does not update our calendar. I update our calendar. I am the keeper of the calendar. Because the shared calendar is the truth. It is the word. It is what we live and breathe by. So guess what? If you ask him to go golfing and he says yes, but it's not on our shared calendar and we have other plans on the shared calendar, he's not golfing. I did not make up these rules. I just live by them. So in case you needed reminding, that's your reminder.
see, this is why you need communication from him. She's updating a shared calendar. Because I also am not a calendar person. I am not a dates person. I never know what's going on and I forget everything immediately, and I'm always like, I should keep a calendar because I never know what's happening. My partner does keep a calendar and they make plans and they put it in the calendar, and I am aware that they have a calendar and they know what they're doing all the time and if I am also going to these things. And I have been told and I forget because I don't write it down because I have ADHD and I'm always like, I'll remember. No, I won't. No, I absolutely will not remember. But it does mean that because I'm aware of that, when I get asked, are you free on this day? I go, I think so, but let me check with them because sometimes we have plans and I've just forgotten about those plans. And so then I will ask and be like, do we have plans that day? Is there something planned for that day? I don't remember. And then they'll either say, yes, we have plans, or they'll be like, no, you're good. And then I will go back and be like, I am free. Yes. So, like, even if you were bad at dates and plans or whatever, you can communicate, right? Like, if you know that plans are being made on your behalf and you have the ability to check that, you should absolutely check that. If you were regularly in a position where, like, things are being planned for you and you are aware that things are being planned for you, you should check that before you accept plans. Right? You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm free that day. If you haven't checked, you don't know that you are free that day. Don't accept making plans if you aren't sure that you are free that day. Especially if it's a shared calendar and it's written down. Like, you have access to that calendar. You can check that. Like, you that is available to you to look at. If you choose not to look at it, that's on you. POV, you're married and this woman is in the bathroom doing skincare of some sort.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Hey, are we still going to dinner tonight?
Yeah, we've been talking about it all day. Like, I'm literally getting ready right now.
Oh, I was wondering because I got a text from the restaurant asking me to confirm.
Okay.
Well, it wants me to do a C if we're still
What do you
going.
mean?
Well, it says,
What does it say, baby? What does it say?
It says your reservation's at 8 o'clock. Press C to confirm or N for no to cancel. Or no to cancel.
Okay, so we're going.
Okay.
So
put C.
press C to confirm.
Yeah, but wouldn't it make sense to say yes? That yes, we're going?
Well, I don't care what it makes sense to. It says press C to confirm and we're going. So press C to confirm or we're not going to be able to eat.
Okay.
They're going to cancel our reservation. Can you please just do that?
Okay. So just type out.
Like, just
confirm.
read it.
Can I just say yes?
C.
For just say yes
C.
for C.
C.
All right.
C. Thank you.
It's terrible that I honestly can't even tell if that was a skit or if that happened naturally, because That seems pretty accurate, unfortunately. Like, bro, why did you need to ask? If you've been talking about it all day, why would you need to just say yes? Sorry, just press C. Not being able to follow, like, it says to press C. Why would you be like, it makes sense to say yes. You know, she honestly kept her cool really well. She was clearly very frustrated by the end of that, and like even from the start, which is so valid, but I think she kept her cool really well, all things considered, because oh my god, that is the most annoying thing ever. Good lord. Right, can they just like think for a second? Just like do something on their own? Like, be an adult, be a grown-up, use your own thoughts. Make a like, it's not even making a decision. You are already aware that this is happening. If this is something neither of you had talked about for the past like 2 weeks, like you booked it 2 weeks ago and then neither of you have brought it up, then yeah, be like, hey, I got a text asking us to confirm dinner for tonight. I totally forgot that was happening. Did you remember that was happening? And then that can be a discussion because, like, as I said, sometimes remembering dates and things is difficult. And if you haven't talked about it all day, then, like, it's understandable that by the time you get to the evening, maybe you've made other plans, maybe you've forgotten. And then you can have that conversation. The fact that you've literally been talking about it that day, bro, what the fuck? You know what to do. You don't need to ask permission. You can read, you can reply with the letter C. It's okay. It says husbands asking for favors versus wives asking.
Babe, could you iron my shirt? Yeah, of course, babe, sure. Hey, do you mind, could you look through these bills and pay them? Yes, I can, happy to. I am just wiped, babe. Could you please make dinner and clean it up and do most of everything? It would be my joy. Thank you, I love you so. Hey, babe, can you do me a favor? Yeah, what do you need? Can you give me a back rub? I'm just like really tense. Yeah. And like, I'm just exhausted. Like that would, if you do that for me, that would be amazing. Coming. Thank you so much, babe.
It's the least I can do.
Just like right there would be amazing.
Does God keep giving me his toughest battle?
Yeah, just right, you're kind of not even, are you trying?
You're not boring.
Like really do it, are you trying?
What? You don't like it? I'm trying my best.
I just want one massage for 5 minutes.
5 minutes? What, are you out of your mind? I was thinking 40 seconds.
My God, you know what? Forget it.
Gladly.
You're pathetic.
You're a monster.
Bye.
I'm gonna rethink some things as I ice my thumbs.
When you come back, bring your towel so I can get off the pixie dust.
Totally unfair you asked me to do that.
I'm booking a real one, an expensive one.
I'm not your slave.
Sometimes we love a good skit. Because, like, yeah, I love being like, hey, babe, can you, like, cook dinner and, like, clean up everything afterwards? She's like, yeah, of course. And then being like, can you just, like, give me a back rub for 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes, because I'm exhausted after doing all of the things you've told me I have to do for you all day. And then being like, I'm gonna file for divorce. It's accurate, though. Upsettingly accurate. This is how they behave. This is how they behave, in fact. Yep. At least some of them are self-aware. I'm concerned about what some of the comments on this may have been, to be honest. But it's tolerated too much. That's the problem, is that it's tolerated too much, because this is a funny skit because it's based off of reality, right? Like, this is a real life situation and something that happens a lot. And it's going to have a lot of likes and a lot of comments from a lot of women being like, ha ha ha, yeah, this is what it's like. This is so me and my man. And it's like, it's not cute. It's not cute. It's not actually funny, right? Like, it's funny in the way of being like, lol, yeah, men are pathetic. But it's not funny in the way of being like, lol, yeah, we should tolerate this bullshit. You know what I mean? It should be a call out of being like, yeah, guys, this is not cute. This is not cute. This is such a double standard that you shouldn't have to put up with. Ladies, you are doing too much and your man is not doing enough. Don't tolerate that bullshit. That should be the takeaway, not, oh my God, this is so me. No. If this is so you, stop doing what he asks. Immediately. Just stop doing it. Whatever he asks, be like, no, I don't think so. This is how resentment builds, right? You hear all these men talking about the male loneliness epidemic and like the divorce rate being so high, and it's like, fucking gee, I wonder why. I fucking wonder why. My wife hasn't said a word to me all week. And it's just like filming around the house. Time to change that. If these don't make her talk, the end will. Okay, we're going into the bathroom. He's turning the water tap off. He's unscrewing light bulbs, moving her stuff, like her tweezers. He is making it so the garage door doesn't open. He's hiding dishes, removing ornaments from the Christmas tree, and taking a photo of their dog. Bro, just talk to your fucking wife. What do you mean? My wife hasn't said a word to me in a week. That's not okay, right? I want to be like, what did you do to make her not talk to you for a week? But also not talking to someone for a week is not okay either. Like, the silent treatment is not an okay thing to do. And also whatever you did to lead into that is likely also not a good thing to do. I feel like both of you are most definitely in the wrong for whatever led you to this position. And then after that, being like, to make my wife talk to me, I'm going to do all of these tasks that she always asks me to do. So I'm going to do it. So then she'll have to talk to me to tell me to do the things. And it's like, why don't you just have a conversation, bro? Your marriage shouldn't be a game. Relationships are not a game, right? This is the person that you love. This is your life partner. And you're not even going to talk to her. You're just going to continue to play games. You're gonna like piss each other off and give the silent treatment and then like do all these things to just like make her mad at you. Instead of just having a fucking conversation, these people shouldn't be married. These people shouldn't be in relationships at all. Like, you don't have to get married. You don't have to be in relationships. And so many people would benefit from just like not being in relationships. Like, these people should just not be married. Like, this is just such immature behavior. Fucking talk to each other. Have a fucking conversation. If you want to talk to your wife, go talk to your wife. Get a divorce. Like, if the silent treatment is going to be a thing and you're going to do this as a way to resolve it, like, it's not working. It's not working. That was the last one, and what a wild ride. We went through quite a few things there. There's a lot of things happening within relationships that really just needs to not be happening. There are so many things that are normalized that really should not be normalized, and it is so frustrating. Women, put up with less bullshit. Basically, is the end of the moral of the story is put up with less bullshit, right? Set stricter boundaries and don't tolerate bullshit, because you deserve better than bullshit. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to check out my Kiwi plushie, because I love them, you love them, we all love them, and they're only available until the end of June, so I would really appreciate if you do go and check it out at makeship.com. Please let me know if you want to see more videos like this or anything else you want to see down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on some of these fun coupley TikToks that we all had a really fun time watching. A huge thank you to my Kiwi cat patrons: Eden, Amelia, Rain Remaining, Mossy Moose, Bingo Bango, Who Ate My Mango, Kiarum, Bug Loves Cats, Kojo, The Beebs, Tess, Bree, Chastity, Beckett, Prismatic Petey, Sushi Kawaii, Phil the Duck, River, Queen Glimmer, Ella, Mr. Noodle, Radsack, Knitting Menace, Chris, Ellie, Ikazel, Alexis, and Nevea. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Wow. Oh! When you close your eyes.